Worthy Brewing on this brilliant Friday evening. Good to see so many people trickling in. My name is Roger Worthington. Welcome to our little Beertopia. We're going to have a great show tonight. It's going to be fabulous, fantastic, and I can't wait for it to get underway. Before we do that, a couple of announcements and some housekeeping. Number one, we want to thank the Bend Police Department. They've been amazingly receptive and courageous in helping us plan for this event and planning for those things we don't want to happen. So I want to give a shout out to the Bend Police Department. They've been awesome. I want to also give a special thanks to our friends, the Central Oregon Peacekeepers, as well as the Central Oregon Diversity Project. They have been, these are the real Americans with a big heart, kind of that Quaker spirit. They just want to help and spread love and joy and diffuse a potentially toxic situation. It's been a pleasure to meet these folks, these men and women. They're doing a great job, and I really appreciate your service, not only here tonight, but for all the service you provide here in Central Oregon and beyond. Thank you so much. I also want to, and so people are coming in here on the left here, and so there's a line, and they'll be trickling in, and I'll get to that in a moment, but number one, in terms of house cleaning, and I don't need to say this, you're beautiful people, right? Let's be kind. What? Be kind, be respectful. We know there's a pandemic. We know we need to wear a mask, right? Everyone knows that. And we know that we need to engage in social distancing. That's not only the law, that's common sense. So when you do move away from your table, make sure you wear your mask, all right, when you roam about. And with respect to preventing yourself from roaming about, and by the way, I love it when you roam about. That's why I built this place. Observatory, beer garden, crazy stuff everywhere. But should you roam about, which is fine, wear your mask, and when you come back on the table, there's a Go tab with the little barcode. If you scan that, you can actually have food and beer brought to you using Go tab. So if you don't know how to use that, talk to one of our servers and they'll be glad to help. So tonight, we also have a couple of special brews. The boys and girls in the brew house cooked up for this event. We have the BLM Solidarity Stout, which I recommend, the Black is Beautiful Stout, and also we have the Liberty Lager, which is our way of securing the blessings of liberty one pint at a time. Thank you. So tonight, we have a bunch of really, really special speakers who represent, I think, the best of Bend and the entire state of Oregon. And we'll get to those folks in a second. But before we do that, here's the question. Why are we doing this? Why did Worthy donate $20,000 to various nonprofits here in the great state of Oregon? And the answer is we respect and admire bravery, period. We know that there's been some brave folks in the city of Portland and beyond who have been protesting excessive force and the unequal treatment of law in a selective treatment kind of way for other people. And we admire that conviction. We admire folks who stand up for our First Amendment rights and are doing their best to preserve this little experiment we call democracy. So we decided to hold this event to show solidarity with our friends who are exercising their constitutional rights. We gave the money was divided among a couple of groups, including Don't Shoot Portland, and that money will help those folks who are injured in those protests, as well as provide them with legal counsel. Another part went to the Oregon Judicial Resource Center, and they're doing the same thing. They're helping folks who've been injured try to get either compensation or their medical bills paid, and so we admire that type of work. Also, we asked our friend Mosley Wada if he could recommend a couple local charities that are doing good work right here in Central Oregon, and he was kind enough to recommend the Kata Casa School, as well as the Casey Anseth Legacy Foundation, two really good foundations and groups that are helping raise kids the right way with the right kind of values. So we appreciate all the work these nonprofits do, and I couldn't be prouder of our company and getting behind those entities. So thank you very much for that. And finally, I want to just thank Worthy Brewing. These folks have been working really hard since February, March, throughout the pandemic, and they're cheerful, they're engaged, they seem to love what they do, which really makes me happy, and I hope it makes you happy too. They've been working hard in the kitchen, and they've set this thing up, and I'm really proud of the way they approach their job, and I just couldn't be prouder as the owner of this company. So thank you, Worthy Brewing, all the chefs and all the great servers and everyone in the dish pit and in the brew house and so on and so forth. So also I want to thank and also welcome our friends from the Oregon Liquor Control Commission. If you're out there, hello, good to see you, as well as the Oregon Health Department and any other regulation, because we want to comply with the rules, and we know you're going to do your best to make us look good. So thank you for that. And so that's it for now, and we're going to forego some of the speakers who are scheduled, but tonight we have the County District Attorney John Hummel's going to speak, and we're really looking forward to John. He's doing a great job here in Bend, Oregon for us, and then we're going to have Congressman Peter DeFazio come up, and I understand, and this man's, look at this guy, he gets pretty heated up when it's like 20 below, so it's about 95 degrees, so he's going to be smoking hot tonight. I can't wait for Peter's speech. He's going to do a great job for us. And then we have some other folks, including Anthony Broadman, Rita Schecklenberg, as well as Phil Chang. So we've got a bunch of people who are going to talk about BLM and the Solidarity Celebration, and that's going to be a great part of this evening. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce to you now the next act, which is going to be Sean Allen. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up.